So today we're going to talk about the core and how to engage your core. A lot of people don't know how to engage their core. What you hear often is squeeze in, right? When someone says engage your core, get strong, most people, they suck in their stomach, and it's completely the opposite. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't have core strength, or they also have back pain. It's because they are doing the reverse. Activation of the core is basically creating a hollow structure. You really have to contract the muscles so that it's harder for the spine to be compressed. So the goal is to create a corset around the spine. So your core is not just the front, it's also the sides and the back. You have the erectors, erector abdominis, you have the transverse abdominis. All of these create that hollow cylinder to where when you're doing a squat, load won't be able to compress you. So I'm going to show you two exercises that are very simple that will teach you really how to use your core. So once again, it's not squeezing in your stomach. It's the opposite. Okay, so think when you sneeze, when you blow a candle out, when you use the restroom, you're really bracing down. So that's the perfect analogy to what it is. You're like a soda can, right? When you shake the soda can up, it's hard to decompress, right? You want to think of yourself the same way. You want to brace down when someone says use your core. So I'm going to show you an exercise that you can do where it's going to demonstrate how to use your core. And it's pretty simple. So, and this could be the solution for a lot of people's back pain, because when you're able to use your core appropriately, it protects your spine, okay? And your lower back doesn't have to do as much work. So what we're gonna do here is, what I like to do, I like to use some type of feedback. So it could be a foam roller, it could be a book, it could be anything that allows you to push against your stomach, okay? So head down, and all I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna push this yoga block down into my abdomen, and I'm gonna push against it. But I'm not gonna push so much to where my stomach is extended. It's more so mid. So when I say mid, like when you suck your stomach in and you start to push the block out, there's like a midpoint. So I'm not fully extended, it's more so right in the middle where you can feel your core really push against this block. So I'm gonna hold this for about 10 seconds. And the other concept here is you also have to learn how to contract and breathe at the same time. Okay, a lot of people, I see a lot of people also holding their breath when they're doing an exercise. You also have to learn how to breathe. So my core is on, and I'm breathing, and I'm speaking to you guys. So that's also the next step in using your core. Okay, your core should always be on at different intensities, right? Like right now, I'm not doing much, so it's on about 10%. If I go to tie my shoe, it's on about 30%. If I go to lift the box, it's on about 40%. So you got to be able to kind of regulate, deregulate, upregulate your core depending on the exercise, depending on the task, just depending on lifestyle, okay? So right now, I'm taking this block, I'm pushing it in my stomach, and then I'm gonna push against it. And you're also gonna feel your pelvic floor as well. But I'm pushing, and I'm gonna hold here for about, let's say 5 seconds, then relax. The goal here, muscle memory. We're gonna train and retrain the core so that it's second nature, okay? So I'm pushing, no neck. Don't worry about the breathing aspect right now, just get familiar with what your core does. So pushing up, holding, not at 100%. Right now I'm holding this at 10 to 20% effort, 30% effort, holding it, come down. Push up, come down. Push up, come down. Very simple. That's your core. Now, we'll do the same for the transverse abdominis. So your transverse abdominis, which are the ones on your lateral side. These are your core muscles here. Rectus abdominis, or your erectors. That's on the back side of the spine. Rectus abdominis on the front side. Okay, so all these are your core. We'll do the same thing that we did using the yoga block, but this time we're going to be pushing in our hands into our sides, and we're going to breathe in through the nose and expand outward. Okay, so that's also your core. So you're going to slowly hold and relax. So I'm trying to push my hands further away from my body to the outside. Hold, you're gonna feel your pelvic floor. And you're gonna hold and, so the goal is like once you start to push, now you hold and contract those muscles. You're not sucking in. You're engaging these muscles and relax. We'll go for 2 more. Push slowly. Relax. And push out. So 1 more time. And relax. So I'll show you an example of when you suck in your core, what happens. So I suck in my core. This block comes down into my abdomen, closer to my spine. That's not what we want to do. When I push out slightly, it pushes away from my spine. So think of your core as a protective armor that protects your spine. This is where all of the force to push, to pull, everything starts from the core. So try not to suck in your core and try to really engage. It'll take practice, but with practice, you should be able to